Hump Day coming in live from the kitchen. It is 10:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because I am in Michigan. I am not a robot. This is not pre-recorded. So if you are brand spanking new to one of the episodes of Baking and Cooking in the Kitchen, I would love for you to drop new in the comments. I will actually send you a protein guide that helped me in many ways and what we will be using today as we make 40 grams of protein in a fluffy, delicious peanut butter pancake. So if you are new, welcome. It's an honor to have you. I guarantee you a live Monday through Friday. Usually I give you a specific time, but I got a puppy. Within 24 hours, she broke her arm. She's under here right now trying to eat her cast. So it's been a little bit different. So I'm all over the place. But if you hit follow or you hit add friend, you will see and you can catch the episodes anytime on Facebook or on Instagram. TikTok, it does go away, but most of you are following me on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're not, you should head over there and follow me. It's Michelle Churchill Fit with 3 T's on Instagram, and it is Michelle Lynn Dworack on Facebook. So I'm super excited to make this breakfast episode with you. I have a lot of people reaching out and asking exactly what it is that I have been doing. I do want to show those 3 things to you. I want to share those 3 things. They work and coincide together like I can't even tell you how much. It's the protein, fiber, water, and exactly what not to add to your water, what not to use as fiber, and then what protein bars and protein shakes you should never use because they're actually hurting and working against you instead of hurting and working for you. So that's kind of a little snaps of what it is that we are going to do today. I am on 3 devices, so if you see me looking around, that's why. So I'm looking around trying to keep eye contact. If you have questions, drop them below. I will answer those questions for you. I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. The credentials that I do have is I've listened to 40 plus Audible books. I ended up going in for a physical. I was the heaviest I'd ever been. And my doctor tried to write me a prescription for something that is called metformin. Okay, metformin is a drug to treat pre-diabetes. Instead of getting on that medication, I actually ended up getting the Audible book that I cannot even tell you, I'm sure you've heard of it, Dr. James, The Obesity Fix. I went all in, and what I learned from that book has absolutely rocked my world. I was doing everything kind of right, but on the back end wrong. And I want to share that with you today because if you're struggling, I want to make it so it's no longer a struggle for you. So any questions, any clarity that you need, I'm here for you. You're not alone. It's not an easy thing to do, especially approaching 40 years old, but it is possible and there are ways around biohacking the body without having to get a prescription to reach your results, okay? So let's kind of dive in. My water bottle is going, okay, that was my water. Let's kind of dive in and the first thing talk about protein, because what do you think when you hear the word protein? Tell me in the comment section, what do you think? What foods come to your mind when we do hear the word protein? I'd love to know that in the comment section. Okay, so pork chops, great. Chicken, yes. Okay, eggs is a good one. Eggs is hard because there's 5 grams of fat in 1 egg yolk. There's 6 grams of protein. But there's 4 calories in 1 gram of protein, okay? And there's 4 calories in 1 gram of carb. But there's 9 calories in a gram of fat. And there is too much of a good fat. So there is something called too much of a good cholesterol, like the yolk that's in the egg, right? So cheese is actually a fat, Sandy. So you have your chicken, you have your egg whites. You never want to have more than 1 yolk a day. And obviously you can do whatever you want. But the American way, we think that eggs are good for breakfast. Well, we really should never be starting our day with less than 30 grams of protein. So we would have to have how many eggs if there's 6 grams? 6 times 5 eggs, right? And that would put us at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 grams of fat. And we would have 30 grams of protein. Okay, so what's 30 grams of protein times 4? That's 120 calories coming from protein. 25 grams of fat times 9 calories is literally over 200 calories. This is where we run into becoming deficit in protein, too much of a good thing. Most times people have high cholesterol, high A1C levels, heart disease. It's coming from too much of a good thing. It's coming from too many nuts, too many seeds, too much cheese, too much. So you literally have to be very careful. Same with red meats, right? Like red meat is fine, lean, but again, there's like 10 grams of fat. 22 grams of protein, but what's 10 grams of fat times 9 versus the, 20 grams of protein times 4? So you don't want your meals, every meal and snack being trumped by fat calories. You can go off, you can do all of this on your own and do your calculations each night. It took me like 45 minutes to do it. Or on the back end, there's an app where I can set it up for you a one-time. 5 days you can go through and you can trial it and use it, and I can voice note you and teach you how to use it. It'll take you probably 90 seconds a day. I teach you how to get the right calories for fat, protein, and carbs. Hi, Rhonda. Literally, by you going in there and instead of you doing the calculations, you'll have a graph that tells you where you're at percentage-wise, so you'll never have to sit down and do that math work. Yeah, it's actually called Power Play. I didn't talk about it for 4 months. It was actually waitlisted. So it's back open for people to start doing again. And you can get that today would be your day 0. So we get that app set up. I have to ask you 4 questions. About 90 seconds of your time I would need. Then tomorrow would be your day 1, or today can be your day 0, and you can still put all your stuff in here. Then we'll see at the end of the day, the average for 5 days. How many calories are coming from protein? How many calories from fats? How many calories from carbs? And the map will actually break it down for us each day to see if we're falling within the range. So it's a very simple, duplicatable system instead of wasting your time sitting down. Yeah, just drop Power Play and I'll send you that information to see if it's a good fit. Everything that you're given, you don't just have for those 5 days, you actually now have it forever, eternity. And you'll know your TDE numbers based on your age, your height, your weight, your activity level, and the fact that you're a male or a female. You also get my 10-minute ab workout. Okay, you also are gonna get me at grocery shopping, what I put in my car at Sam's Club and Costco, not just the list, me physically shopping, which is pretty fun. And you have 5 modules that you'll have forever if you wanna learn more about the depth of like water, an app that's gonna help you in many ways, scanning foods to see what additives are in them so you don't have to search or Google every single one of them. You'll learn everything about protein, about eating out, about an app where you'll be able to go into your pantry and scan and say, hey, I need 40 grams of protein for a meal. So all of that you're gonna get in your Power Play as well. So just drop it. I'll screenshot your name, Sandy, I got you. And if it's a good fit, awesome. And if it's not, no big deal. Just know that it hasn't been talked about because for 4 months it was waitlisted. I am the #1 health coach in the space of getting people results without giving up foods, desserts, alcohol, or following a meal plan, because there really is no better way than the learning part. Learning, okay? Show me one health and wellness coach that has 1 million followers cumulatively between their accounts that personally sets you up somewhere and gives you their personal phone number and talks to you for 5 days. It doesn't exist, okay? So for the protein concept, great job. Our nuts and seeds are fats, our cheeses are fats. So we're looking for like turkey bacon, turkey sausage, egg whites, chicken, protein bars and protein shakes that are approved by the app called Yucca. Today, your #1 assignment that I want you to do is I want you to download the free app called Yucca. So it's YUKA, okay? And it has a little carrot. And when you scan things, it's gonna rate it. If you see bad or poor rating, please, dear goodness, yes, Wanda, without giving up alcohol. You don't have to give up alcohol, you don't have to give up foods, desserts, and you do not have to follow a meal plan. Okay, when I say 100% with certainty that you literally have to scan, if there's a bad or poor rating, click on the additives that are in it. Guys, every day I was drinking a Celsius drink, the #1 additive, the side effect is leading to becoming overweight. It was one of the main culprits of why I wasn't getting results. Do yourself a favor. I hired over 2 mentors to help me figure this out. Go download that app, and if you come across things that you're using or taking more than 2 times a week, please replace them with the recommendation at the bottom, okay? So little candies that I once loved, I still get, but I get the Lily's brand now versus this brand, right? And even though it's whole foods or even though it's fresh thyme, like there can be foods that have additives inside of them, okay? Yes, Wanda, I get it and I love that. Yes, of course. So that's the back end of the protein. 30 grams minimum per meal per snack, right? We're gonna make something that has 40 grams. You burn 30% more calories eating protein than you do a fat or a carb. Extremely sexy, right? You 100% improve your muscle tone. I love helping people get results without eating the muscle mass. I truly do not believe that you need to have a prescription to reach your goals. That would be like me having a bad weekend of eating and me thinking I need to go to the doctors to get a prescription to undo it. So you do and you will see if you do have bad ratings with foods. Inside of your body, we have these things that are short chain amino acids, Do we all know what they're called? I can't say it because Meta will actually block it out, but it's a PEP something. Those from cell activations shut off when we have additives, toxins, and dyes. It's one of the biggest side effects altering it. We want those short chain amino acids turned on at all times. If they became a little bit rusty, I would recommend something you do not need a prescription for. It's backed by science, it's proven through clinicals, it's third-party validation, it's a clean method, it's called cell activation. The one thing that I love the most about cell activation is once you reach your goal, you get off and you maintain. As long as 70% of your foods are free and clear of toxins, dyes, and additives, okay? Which you're gonna see that. You're gonna have the answer in that Yucca app, okay? So make sure you drop cell activation if you are struggling. If you have up to the protein, water, and fiber, you'll know. I'll ask you 4 questions. Then I'll lead you to a video with the scientist expert who actually specializes in cell activation and the PEPs inside of your body. Within 3 minutes, you'll know what formula you need. Okay, I'm more than happy to share that with you. So cell activation is something that I really do love, and I love the fact that you can get off of it, but it's a little jump start to helping with the cravings for sugar and salt. It's for helping with tired and fatigued during the process, and also the last thing, speeding up that process, okay? So let's go into the protein. It also improves muscle tone. It's the only thing that goes through the feelings of fullness and satiety. We want to be full. We want to be satisfied. We do not want to eat a meal, and the next thing we do is get home and we're like, well, I'm constantly hungry. I'm seeing it in a lot of children, including my very own beautiful 12-year-old. We're deficit in protein. We have this constant hunger. We think we constantly have to eat, or we're growing, or we're weight training and we need that extra. We don't. We need more protein. So that's the protein component. If you're using bars and shakes, make sure you scan it in the Yucca app, 100%. The only bar that I found, like the pure protein I was using, is a 0 out of 100 rating. It has 9 additives inside of it, one of them being carcinogenic. The Kirkland bar. Kirkland has a protein bar, and it's clean. It's Yucca approved. So that would be something, because again, I can't tell you how many times I have a conversation with someone that are going and purchasing protein powders and protein bars and trying so hard to be better, and they're actually worse off. It's because of the additives. Okay, so that's the protein realm of it. If you're brand spanking new and you've never gotten the guide that helped me in many ways, if you drop new in the comments within the next 24 hours, I'll pass that guide on to you. Holy crap, it helped me in many ways, because I was going from about 40 grams of protein a day up to 150 grams. Okay, how much do you want to weigh? That's how many grams of protein. So if you're like 140, 140 grams, 160, 160 grams. The beauty behind it is that 500 calories worth of protein, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, is literally 125 grams of protein. 125 grams of protein equals 500 calories. So I'm gonna tell you right now, where there is a will, there is a way. 125 grams of fat is over 1,000 calories. So again, if you want to be able to do this and not have to sit down and do the math, I have an app for you that we're gonna get set up that'll do it all for us. So all you do is plug your food and play, and then you have all of the things at the end of the day of what you need to see. Drop power play, okay? With the next thing is your water intake. Water intake should be half of your weight, which is hard because I used to listen to the news and it talks about 8 cups of water. It's actually half of your weight in ounces of water. And there's actually another formula on the back end that a lot of us don't understand. And many of us drink coffee. And coffee is a diuretic, meaning it sucks the water out of us. So we're supposed to add up those ounces, okay? You're supposed to add up those ounces. So if you drink 10 ounces of coffee, you should be having, right? You should be having, okay, 10 ounces plus half of your weight in ounces of water each day. Okay, so 10 ounces and half of your weight in ounces of water each and every day. That's how you're gonna do it. And you're just gonna add that up. Pop, it's a diuretic, same thing. So it dehydrates you. Alcohol dehydrates you. So you can have these things, but be aware. If I go to a restaurant and I get a wine pour that's this big, I'm gonna fill it with water and then chug it to put the water back in my body. Because water is how you what? Burn fat. It's called what? Lipolysis. Sounds a lot like what? Liposuction. The term liposuction actually came from how you burn fat. Okay? So here's the deal with that. We are gonna make sure in 100% that we get half of our weight in ounces of water. The biggest tip and trick I could ever give to anyone. Are you ready? Set a timer. every 90 minutes, literally stop and drop, Cleo here, and drink half of your weight in ounces of water. You will get, if you stop every 90 minutes and you drink for 15 seconds, you are going to reach your water goal 100% with certainty. Stop, drop, and drink. So set a timer on your iWatch, set a timer on your iPhone, repeat it. Put something next to the bed that says water before coffee. You want to have water before coffee, right? We want to turn the metabolism on. So half of your weight in ounces of water. If you're adding Mio or Crystal Light, stop immediately. Any type of Mio, any type of Crystal Light, any type of things like that, they have literally additives inside of them that are leading to you becoming overweight. It'll say it right on it when you scan it in the YUKA app. So again, YUKA app. Scan the stuff that you're adding. If you want to add stuff to your water, add like lemons or limes or blackberries or raspberries or strawberries. Or add peppermint leaves or add mint leaves or add whatever you want. There are things like electrolytes that women are adding to help with their perimenopause or menopause symptoms. If they're not clean, you don't want to use them. Again, this is causing more harm than good. There's people who just hop on someone's live, they go get electrolytes because they hear it helps, and guess what? They're doing more harm than good. So that app, Yucca, will tell you at the bottom, right? Thank you, Lori. It'll tell you at the bottom of the app a recommendation that doesn't have the additives, okay? So the next thing we're gonna do is we have the water timer. Use a straw. You guys get a 40-ounce water bottle or something, right? I have a straw. It's room temperature. I carry that thing around with me everywhere I go. You can even go to the airport and literally have an empty bottle as long as you go through and then fill it on the other side. I put 2 rubber bands on the bottom of this. I need 2 of them. The rubber band isn't there because I don't need any more. I just need to finish this and then I'm done. So have fun with it. Go get yourself a water bottle. Be like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna treat myself to this. If you're trying to count 8 little ounces of water and you're not carrying one, it's gonna be impossible. So set that timer and definitely make sure that you crush that 100%, okay? So I had the dog. So with your water, the last thing, it's how you burn fat, it's how you water the skin. I had skin cancer and I tried through thick and thin. I need to listen to her. Thank you, Laura, to figure out what I could do for the skin cancer. Why did I get it? You guys, go scan the stuff that you're rubbing into the bloodstream every single day. Okay, I had additives, I had carcinogenics inside of all the stuff that I was using. So I know I sound like a nut job, but these are the reasons why these things did not exist a decade ago. So when we're using them every single day and these additives are found and hidden in our food because our food system is broken. We live in the United States. We're very blessed. We have freedom. But in countries like Australia and countries like Europe and the UK, all of this stuff is banned. So we have to do our due diligence. And I know some people are getting this app and they're like, I can't even believe this is legal, but it is. We have freedom. So get the Yucca app. That's where your dreams are going to come true. You'll never forget me if you go get that Yucca app. It's free and have some fun with it. That's the water component. If you want to add soda water in, it does count. Water in a protein shake. Yes, that counts towards your water. But again, if you're using a protein shake, scan it with the Yucca app. Soda water, make sure it's approved. Scan it in the Yucca app. Sometimes there's natural artificial flavors that are hidden inside of there. Okay, one water I always recommend to people, which I know you've heard of because Gary Brecka is the ultimate human. He's literally the engineer of our body. Literally talks a lot about what? Hydrogen. But now stores have, because they know people are like kids, right? They see something, they hear something, and it's like, we gotta have it. At the checkout, they see these little tablets that are hydrogen tablets. Okay, your absorption rate on a hydrogen tablet's like this slim to none. Crystallization is the form you want to get, and know what hydrogen does to the body. In the body, what hydrogen does is it actually mates with nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is what pumps blood through the veins, the width of it. If you can take hydrogen in your body at a crystallization form, guess what's going to happen? Blood is going to flow more. 10 times 10 hours. Never forget that. So if I took it right now, 10 hours later is 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be down. So my blood vessels are going to constrict back to where they were instead of being what? Open. So the hydrogen water that I use, just because so many people can put crap on a label does not have to be approved by the FDA. It's called marketing. Everything I use is science-backed, third-party validation, and clean. Yes, I pay an extra 20 cents versus the Celsius that has an additive that leads to becoming overweight. But guess what? I know that that company paid to have a certification that their stuff is actually clean. Okay? So here's the deal with that. Yeah, if you drop in the comments the word hydrogen, I will actually introduce you to the hydrogen expert. You can see it for yourself, the video, and you'll know within 2 minutes if it's a good fit for you or not. Okay, can't wait to get my nitro ordered. Yes, nitro is amazing. There's grape, lemon, lime, and black cherry. It's a crystallization form, or there are cans. Okay, so you've got 2 variations. Both are backed by science, proven through clinicals, third-party validation, and cleanliness. The same with my cell activation, right? So the cell activation, again, has the science, the clinicals, the third-party validation behind it. The last thing is your fiber. I was using Metamucil. Can you believe in any way, shape, or form that Metamucil is not only carcinogenic, it leads to ADHD in children, and it also alters sperm alteration in men? Please, dear goodness, like throw it out. I would have never found this out if I was not introduced to that YUKA app. YUKA. Okay, so fiber should be 25 to 40 grams a day. This is not just for losing weight, it's also for maintenance. I get a bread that's called Carbonat. It's in my freezer, so I get it from Whole Foods. You might have to search on Instacart, a little hack for you. Search what you want to find. Cleo, go. And it'll show you in the app exactly where you can find it. So you don't have to Instacart, but you can be like, okay, it's called Carb, CARBONAUT. 40 calories in one slice. It's yucca approved, and there's 15 grams of fiber. So I have 2 pieces a day. Now I'm at 30 grams of fiber. Pretty amazing, right? So fiber is the only thing, oh, thank you, you're so sweet. Fiber is the only thing that can swell to the depth of your intestinal tract. Your intestinal tract. Why do we have inflammation? Why do we have bloating? Why do we have irregular bowel movements? Why do we have foul smelling gas? Guys, there's food particles. Tandra, I screenshotted your name. I'll send you that hydrogen water. There are food particles that are left behind because we're deficit in water. Your intestinal tract is like this big, and all the food that you eat and everything that you drink that's acidic is going through the intestinal tract. So if we're not getting proper steps, 7,500, if we're not getting proper fiber, 25 to 40 grams a day, and if we're not getting proper what? Movement, 7,500 fiber in water, we have food particles that are left lingering inside of there. And sooner or later, they stick to the walls. So the vacuum to it is your fiber, okay? Do not use things like Metamucil. Throw them in the garbage. Typical supplements to get your proper amount of fiber, they have fillers. They have junk. So I work with a lot of people who, guess what? They up their fiber. They put weight on. Okay, so what are you using? Oh, I see. And this is why your starting point for getting to your goal should be power play. Power play is where there's a safe right here, and there's a combination to get inside the safe that I have, that I give to you. And that's where all of your dreams are going to come true. Without giving up foods, desserts, or alcohol, no meal plan, the learning. Eventually, we have to learn these things, okay? Yeah, just drop power play. So that's the part with the fiber. If you want to go above 40 grams, I wouldn't, because there's such thing as too much of a good thing. So your fiber best parts is your 8 grams is in 1 cup of berries. Your blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries are great for you. 7 grams in 1 cup of greens. Chia seeds has 10 grams in 2 tablespoons. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I was the girl, as a group certified fitness instructor, I was very, 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 very against women supplementing greens. They take stuff like Juice Plus. I'm like, this is a joke. You should not have to do that. Well, I met a girl in Australia who is the creator and inventor of a green. And the greens, over there, you guys, their soil is completely different. Okay, completely different. Our soil has depletion, which means the nutrients and the minerals that are supposed to be in the soil and the antioxidants are no longer being found inside of our fruits and veggies. So for 7 days, I would get 6 cups total of fruits and veggies. No more than 3 cups of fruit a day, every single day. So for 1 week, I got off and I took these greens. You mix them in water. It's the darkest, richest greens. And the only reason why I use these ones from Australia is because they're the only greens that don't have grass and fillers. You don't want that. There's actually more harm than good in those additives than getting the fruits and veggies. When I clean that cup, the purity of this dark green is almost like a dark violet color. Within 30 minutes, I go number 2, which I know TMI, it's kind of, but literally, now I still use fruits and veggies if I like go to eat or go to a party. But let me tell you something. Now I actually save money. So they're called Alive, A-L-I-V-E. If you drop in the comments greens, I can share with you the video. Once you see the video, you'll know within 2 minutes, oh my gosh, the purifying around this. I didn't get them just because of that. I got them because of the positive changes that I saw that week being off of fruits and vegetables and actually using the Alive. They taste delicious. They don't bulk and get chunky. And even Isabella loves them. So if you're wondering the taste, don't look at the dark green swampy look. They are delicious. Everything that I recommend, not only do I always recommend science-backed clinicals, third-party validation, and cleanliness, everything has 30 days money back guaranteed. So listen, if you're coming on and you're like, I've tried absolutely everything and nothing's ever worked for me, you're that much closer to finding something that's actually going to work for you. So that's actually a blessing in disguise. So stop having that mindset. Be like, how amazing is it that I've tried X? X didn't work for me. I don't love it. I know I don't want that, but now I'm going to try Y. You're that much closer. So yeah, they're just called greens. I screenshotted your name. I'll send you the video. If it's a good fit, awesome. And if it's not, like I said, there's no big deal. But that is something that I use. I know when I'm at home, within 30 minutes, I go to the bathroom. Yeah, you'll feel it though. Okay. The only thing that I would ever recommend, so Christina asks a great question, is about, do you have to do, you guys, you never have to get to a goal with a supplement. I look at supplements as linear and leveraged. You leverage it to speed up the process, have more energy, and to help with cravings for sugar and salt. The only thing I would ever say to always use is collagen, because at 20, you become deficit. Each year after 20, we have a decline in our type 2 collagen. There's 5 types of collagen, right? The type of collagen we become deficit in is the type 2. So we want to make sure that we add type 2 back in. We want it to be a liquid versus a powder. Why? Water soluble. And we also want to make sure that we stop using any type of stuff you're using on your face. It pushes into the bloodstream, guys. Make sure it's yucca approved. Y-U-K-A. Okay? Organic tremolo mushroom, you can pick it up in the Better Health food store. It mimics hyaluronic acid. And then fenugreek supports the gut lining. She's like, which one do you recommend? So my collagen has fenugreek in it. It's 4-in-1. Organic tremolo mushroom, type 2 medical grade collagen. It's a liquid, and it also has the Morosil blood red orange, which is the only fat burner in Italy, Sicily, that's actually patented, that 94% of consumers who use it for 12 weeks get massive results. Okay, if you drop the word collagen in the comments, we can compare it to what you're using. It's just 1 tablespoon a day. It's in my fridge. I shake it up. It's chocolate raspberry or chocolate mint. I leave a tablespoon out. You can put it in your coffee, put it in your mouth. You can put it in a yogurt. Just do 1 tablespoon a day. Okay. I remember by leaving the tablespoon out. It is backed by science, proven through clinicals. It does have third-party validation, and it is CLEAN. Okay. That's what's going to water the hair, skin, nails, joints, muscles, wrinkles, skin's elasticity. With that organic tremolo mushroom, you're going to see the crow's feet and the 7s and 11s. Okay. It also fills in this part of the cheekbone. That's what hyaluronic acid does, and organic tremolo mushroom mimics it. Fenugreek with the gut lining. The gut also has to do with collagen and being deficit. So you're adding that back in as well. What does it look like? If you drop in the comments the word collagen, I'd rather just send you a video. It explains it better, but this is a full month supply. I have like 362 unread messages. I'm sure you guys saw the reel that went viral. People want the information. I will never be the girl who's like, buy this, have information. Educate yourself. I pay the extra 18 cents versus the one that I was getting from Costco that had fillers and additives. I pay an extra 18 cents to have 4 supplements in one instead of 1 supplement. I pay an extra 18, like you guys, you have to look at that, right? So that's that. That's the only thing that I would say that you should 100% use with certainty, okay? So you went over protein, we went over water, and we also went over the fiber. If you are new, just drop new. I'll send you that protein guide that helped me in many ways. Hit follow, hit add friend. You know when you come here, you're gonna see me 5 days a week. I'm gonna show up and share with you what it is that I'm learning through Audible books that I'm listening to when I'm driving instead of the radio, right? It's a little bit of like inspiration. I'm the most real chick you'll ever meet. Sometimes it's gonna be hard. The best thing that's ever worked for me is mapping out my day the night before, and then knowing the next day when I show up, that's the goal that I made. Go after it and don't act on the subconscious mind, act on the conscious mind. The conscious mind set the goals. Teresa, I'll send you that protein guide that helped me in many ways. Act on the conscious mind. When the subconscious mind tries to come in and stop you, right, and say like something, no, you made this decision, that's going to build confidence, performance, and your self-esteem and get you results. Acting on the subconscious mind, trying to hold you back to where you're at, is why so many people get results, but they end up back where they started. So let's change that today. If you have any questions, if you're a gastric sleeve, have that, or if you have cancer, or you have type 2 diabetes, or you have thyroid medications, or no thyroid, I work with all types of health conditions. So just hop in my messenger, we can talk, I can map out the best, roadmap for you. If there's a video, if this isn't a good recommendation, maybe I can recommend you to someone in the network. Either way, I'm here to help you, to encourage you, to support you, and to be your number one cheerleader and your number one fan. So I'm going to hop off. Again, any questions, hop in my inbox. Comment below, even if you catch this on the, you don't get this live. I'm live now at 11:20 a.m. Eastern, but just let me know, okay? Hop in my inbox. I always answer within 24 hours. You guys know that, and I stand behind it. I will see you tomorrow. I've got a bunch of, Bella has this slick back stuff. Collagen will also appreciate the protein guide. Rosa, I will send you that collagen information, and I will send you that protein guide for sure. It would be an honor, okay? So I will talk to you guys soon. As far as the power play she's asking, she wants her numbers. Right, yeah, just drop in the comments power play. I'll send you the information so that I don't have to go over it again and bore everyone with it. Yeah, okay, so I'll see you guys on the flip side. If you have questions, let me know. Hit follow, hit add friend, and go tell everyone you know to download the free YUKA app to make sure the foods they're eating are actually working for them instead of against them. I love you. Bye, guys.